Russ Lidstone, Chief Executive Officer of the Creative Engagement Group, argues that businesses and leaders must embrace stakeholder capitalism. Market down, 2020 could be the start of more than just the new decade. For the first time since 1973, the World Economic Forum has updated its Davos Manifesto to re-emphasise businesses' commitment to the environment, human rights and sustainability. Davos also yielded some rather startling quotes this year. "Capitalism as we have known it is dead," announced US billionaire Marc Benioff. "This obsession we have with maximizing profits for shareholders has led to incredible inequality and a planetary emergency." Benioff was far from the only one to strike an ambivalent tone. "Maybe somewhere we derailed a little bit, where we thought making money is the real goal of the economy, where the real goal is to live happily here all together," added DSM CEO Feike Sijbesma. At the same stakeholder capitalism, what is required from corporate leadership? Session.Read more, we can make this the decade of purpose-driven capitalism. What is perhaps surprising about all this, is that these prophetic warnings and notes of optimism were received with hardly anyone batting an eyelid.Yes. As far as the financial markets are concerned, there's been quite the paradigm shift in the past couple of years, since the morning in January 2018 when Larry Fink of the world's biggest investment firm BlackRock sent a letter to the world's top CEOs stating, "To prosper over time, every company must not only deliver financial performance, but also show how it makes a positive contribution to society." Quite the reverse ferret from a CEO who just 4 years previously had claimed activism harmed job creation. In what has been seen as one of the key moments in the rise of conscious capitalism, Fink had grasped that businesses that fail to engage with the community would ultimately lose their license to operate from key stakeholders. The term conscious capitalism was first popularized by Whole Foods CEO John Mackey, whose book of the same name asks leaders to think about how to create more value for their stakeholders. He also argues that great amounts of value could be delivered to stakeholders without sacrificing profits. Which brings us to a concept that goes arm in arm with conscious capitalism, stakeholder capitalism. This isn't a newfangled concept, a popular theory in the 1960s, it was ideologically squished in subsequent decades by the philosophies of free market economist Milton Friedman, who argued the social responsibility of a business was to maximize profits. Yet driven by the climate crisis, rising inequality, and a need by millennials and Generation Z for more transparency, the tide is turning against Friedmanism. There are now many who agree instead with my former boss David Jones's premise in his 2012 book titled Who CA. For more on this story, visit the news article link.